All right, let's talk about that one interview question that can either win you the job or completely sink your chances. What is your biggest accomplishment? It sounds simple, but today we're going to break down exactly how to craft the perfect answer.
Look, this isn't just a warm-up question. When an interviewer asks you this, they are handing you a golden opportunity on a silver platter to prove just how valuable you are. But honestly, so many talented people get it wrong, and it costs them the job.
The biggest mistakes I see are just being way too vague. Saying something like you improved efficiency, but not saying by how much. Or just listing a job duty instead of a real accomplishment. But the real killer, failing to tell a compelling story. It just makes the whole thing fall flat. We're going to fix all of that right now.
So what's the secret? It's not about being some kind of amazing public speaker. It's about having a great framework. And it's called CCAR. It's super easy to remember. And once you learn it, you'll be able to tell any accomplishment story perfectly, every single time.
He's just 4 simple steps. First, you set the context. You got to paint the picture, what was going on. Next, you explain the specific challenge you or the company was up against. Then you get to the good part, the action you took. This is all about what you did. And finally, the most important part, the result. What was the tangible, measurable outcome of your work?
Theory is one thing, but let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. I'm going to walk you through a perfect example from a sales consultant I know. This story absolutely nails the CCAR framework.
Okay, first up, the context. This person worked for a small medical tech company that was in real trouble. I mean, they were struggling financially, so much so that they were close to missing payroll. The stakes could not have been higher.
And when I say small, I mean tiny. The whole company was just 50 people. They weren't just a small fish in a big pond. They were going up against these massive industry giants with huge budgets and names everyone already knew.
So here's the core challenge. They had this incredible new product, a device that could automatically send a patient's vitals right to their doctor. It was literally a game changer. The problem? Nobody knew it existed. Their marketing just wasn't making a dent.
So what was the action? Well, instead of sitting around and waiting for instructions, this person took charge. They built their own grassroots campaign from scratch, went door to door, and personally showed the technology to hundreds of doctors. That right there is taking ownership.
And the results came in so fast. This wasn't some project that took years and years. We're talking about a complete turnaround for the company in just 6 months. That just brilliantly shows the immediate impact of what they did.
And here is the result, with a capital R. In just those 6 months, that little grassroots campaign generated over $17 million in new revenue. Numbers don't lie, and a number like that, it's impossible for an interviewer to ignore.
But the impact was even bigger than just the revenue. The company became cash flow positive, which literally saved it from going under. And that success cemented their place in the market, turning them into a top 5 player in their entire industry. That is what a win looks like.
Now, having a story like that is absolutely crucial, but it's completely useless if your resume doesn't even get you in the door to tell it. And the hard truth is, most resumes never even get seen by a real person, which is a huge problem we need to fix.
Did you know this? A staggering 75% of resumes are automatically rejected by screening software. It's called an applicant tracking system, or ATS, before a hiring manager ever lays eyes on them. You could be the perfect person for the job and still get tossed out because of a simple formatting error. It's crazy.
And that is the exact problem that today's sponsor, MobileCV.ai, was built to solve. It's this really cool AI-powered tool that can take any document you have, your old resume, even just your LinkedIn profile, and instantly transform it into a perfectly formatted ATS-optimized CV in about 60 seconds. It uses these professional templates designed specifically to get past those bots, so a human being actually gets to read about your amazing accomplishments. Best part is, you get 3 free credits to try it out, no strings attached. It's just the smartest way to make sure your great stories actually get heard.
Okay, so your resume is now bot-proof, you've landed the interview, and the big question comes up. It's your turn. Let's pull this all together so you're ready to go.
Here's your checklist. It's your homework. Before your next interview, I want you to sit down and write out your biggest accomplishment using this exact framework. Set the scene with the context. Clearly define the problem with the challenge. Detail what you did in the action, and most importantly, wrap it up with a specific, number-driven result.
Remember,
Facts are fine, but stories are what sell. An interviewer isn't just hiring a set of skills from your resume. They're hiring a person who can solve problems and get things done. A great story proves without a doubt that you are that person.
So take some time and really think about it. What was that project, that tough challenge, that moment where you really truly made a difference? What's your story? You need to get it ready, because that story is going to be the reason you get the job.